what you like.
Welcome back. On the main story, AC travels to the northern region to a small town called Sang.
I have one baffling question. Why is it always the helpless who suffer the mistakes and misfortunes of others? Why? It is normal to see our grandmothers and grandfathers being dragged to prayer camps and witch grounds to deliver them from one evil spirit or other. The torture they often endure is unthinkable. Apparently, it is not just our grannies who have to suffer such cruelty.
The team caught up with journalist Albert as he was traveling through Kumasi en route from Accra to Tamale.
Good morning, Albert.
Good morning.
How are you?
Well,
Tell me about who you are.
my name is Albert Opohanta. I work with Ghana News Agency as a journalist. I'm working currently in the northern part of Ghana.
So how did you meet Sister Stan?
I've been in the northern region for less than 3 years. That's like 2 years now. I got a hint that there are these children who have been rescued from some people who wanted to kill them. Apparently, these kids are deformed. I started speaking to people, gathering more information. I happened to meet Sister Stan because she apparently was housing some of the rescued children 71 kilometers from Tamale. When I got there, I was very down. I felt bad just because a child is deformed, that people want to kill the child.
So what really was your motivation to nominate Sister Stan and her home?
There was something hitting me that the children need my help. They need somebody to tell their story. So I heard of the Airtel Touching Lives. Something was still pushing me that please do this for the children. They need your help.
What do you think Sister Stan stands for?
I can use one word for her. She's selfless. You are taking care of these deformed children. You have to do everything for them. And it's not one or two or three. There are quite a number of them. So she's very selfless.
We then get on the road and make the long journey to Sang in the northern region.
Morning, Reverend Sister.
Morning, dear.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank
How are
you.
the children?
They're fine, thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Shall I?
Yes, you're welcome. Have a seat.
Can you tell me about yourself?
I was born and bred at Boko. I come from Boko. And I school in Upper East and Upper West. And after that, I find my vocation to become a nun in the Catholic order as a reverend sister. And I worked in Nigeria for 10 years and did all my formation there.
Tell me about the orphanage.
Well, the orphanage was founded 2 years ago by me. I heard about the problems that goes into this diocese. That children are being killed because they are born with disability and accused of witchcraft. So I wrote to the bishop of the diocese to give me the permission to come and start an orphanage. At the same time, train more young girls who have a calling to serve God in this special vocation. He granted me the permission to start here. And then he helped us by sending a priest to meet the chief here to obtain a land for us. And they got this house rented for us. And that is how I found myself here.
So you've had the orphanage for 2 years?
For 2 years now.
How was it in the beginning? How did the community accept you?
I must confess that it wasn't easy at the beginning because as a religious, we don't earn salaries. When I wrote to the university that I was leaving, during my send-off, a lot of people gave me money. So it was with that money that I used to start the orphanage. And it wasn't easy because everything actually was done by gift from people. And when I arrived here, I started sweeping all the rooms of my families. If I knock at your door, I ask for chair, I ask for cooking pots. The deep freezer I'm using has come from my big brother now in Tamale. The chairs that you people are sitting on is coming from my little sister in Bolga, and the pots I am using is coming from my big sister in Bolga. So I kind of like going around to get things from my family and also started begging from people. So it wasn't an easy thing, but I think God loves a good job. Things are going on well.
How did you come by the kids, the first kids you had here?
The first child is called Lisbeth. She's here now. She was brought from Tintampo. And they find out that the child couldn't walk at the age they expected. She was kind of like always shitting on herself, urinating on herself, even after the age of 8 years and the rest. And they just accused that the child was not a good child, that he was a bad homie. So they brought the child home, and the people wanted to kill the child. And a priest brought the child here, and they said they want to kill this child. Can you take the child? And I said, yes. And we took the child. I had 25 children for now, and we lost 2 because the people already abandoned them. So the priests, by the time they got the information and brought them here, we tried to help, and we couldn't.
What's your day like? When you wake up in the morning, what are the things you do?
First of all, as a religious, we wake up 4:30. That's our normal bell. Then 5 o'clock, we do what we call exposition of the Blessed Sacrament. It's a silent hour, no communication with anybody except God. Then from 5 to 6, we have our morning prayers. And from 6 to 6:30, we have Mass, and that leads me to breakfast, and from breakfast, either to the office or taking care of children to the hospital, giving children medication, or running up to look for water, because there's not always water here. Water is another problem in the northern region. I left here yesterday by 9 a.m. and I took off to Tamale. I got back here 10 p.m. I did not take any food except the tea I took before I left. Because when I got to Tamale, I had so many things to do. Or if I have to go and beg, I just leave the house and you go from one place to another place. Can you give me this? Can you give me this? At the end of the day, I come back here very late and tired.
When you say you go begging, where do you go begging?
Sometimes I go to Tamale to beg. Most of the time I go to Accra to beg.
Who do you go to?
I go to people I know.
How do they feel you coming back every now and then to ask for things?
They laugh at me, mother of many children, do family planning, you know, that type of stuff, you know. So, okay, what do you want? Okay, I have Pampers I can give you. I have a bag of rice I can give you. Sometimes you need to swallow your pride in order for other people to live. I'm not begging for myself. I am begging for others so that others may be comfortable, others may have life. I think I am not ashamed of it because people know that I am asking because of the kids who cannot ask for themselves and who have no one to support them. If I'm around, we intend to have the children go to school. There are 2 of them who need to be doing exercise, they can't walk. Then I have to do my office work, trying to write emails to people. Then trying to talk with the workers to understand that where they are now, they have God's blessing. Because I've sacked so many. Because some people come here and their idea is get the money, but not love for children. You can't do that. My cook went home for Christmas break in 22nd. She never came back. So since she left on the 22nd, I became the cook. So it was only myself and Portia, one of my young girl who is working here and also thinking about joining the religious life. So the 2 of us, and it's difficult to take care of the kids.
How many workers do you have?
I had 8 workers, but I've sacked them now 5. So I'm still looking for more.
Touching lives.
Did you know there are 43
Lives.
There's a lot of work to do, and Portia has become Sister Stan's right hand.
Hello, Portia. How are you?
I'm fine.
Tell me about yourself. How did you happen to come here?
I came here by my sister. Sister told her that she was looking for somebody to take care of her children. So my sister said that now that I have finished with my exams and I'm not doing anything, I can come and take care of while the results are happening.
So what is it like being here?
It's nice. I like the place.
Do you like taking care of the children?
Yes.
How do you take care of the children? What do you do?
By providing their foods, changing them when they are wet, and if any of them is crying, I can just back him or her to sleep.
Tell me about sister.
Sister is a nice lady and carer. She teach me how to change the children, feed them, bath them. She's just taking me through training, so one day I can become a sister.
Why do you want to be a reverend sister?
I'm doing it for God's sake. I'm just helping the children.
Why do you want to help the children?
Their parents ignore them because some are accused of killing people. So I say that, oh, I can do that. As far as they are human beings and they are breathing, I can do it.
Thank you, Portia.
You are welcome.
What are some of the cases that are, for want of a better word, interesting?
Well, some of the funny cases that were interesting is to know that Sarah, at the age of 5 years, is accused of witchcraft and for killing 15 people in the villages. So the priest came with the father, and I asked the man, she's a fine girl, what's the problem? And the father said she killed 15 people in the village. So I said, 15 people in the village, with what? With gun? With knife? They know that she's a witch, that she sees. So I took the child away, and they left. And none of them has ever stepped foot here to ask of the child.
Are there any other reasons that the kids are ostracized?
There are many reasons. If a child failed to walk at the age of 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and so on, that child is considered evil. If a child is born during a severe hunger, you know, there are certain seasons that the rain do not fall very well. So if a child is born during this period, it's attributed to that child as bringing evil to the community. If a child is born with defect, like there's a child here, born with one hand, that's all. Maybe he took some medicine during the formation of the child, and that could affect the hand. So why should such a child be condemned evil? One of them were twins, so we named them Mary and Martha. So Mary died and Martha is alive. But their situation is that, you know, twins are forbidden. So they wanted to kill the children, and the father rather ran with the children to the parish and told the priest that they want to kill the children, but he doesn't want them to kill the children. And the mother too is dead. And having killed the mother again, that's a double accusation. So the father ran and told the priest they should take the children to the church because they will kill them. I didn't even know that they had to pay somebody's money to do that job. They have to pay even a cow because it's not easy to take human life. And I learned they have to pay for somebody to really come and perform that ritual. So they couldn't pay for that person to perform that rituals. And that was how those children were safe.
Reverend Sister, I know you have many needs, but what are the most important needs?
I don't know whether you are a mother, but if you are a mother of children, you know what it involves to feed and take care of children, starting from breakfast, lunch, supper, bathing, cream, pampers, toothbrush, toothpaste, clothing to wear, socks, and everything you can think of. So how do we begin to continue to do like that? We have trust that God will actually bring us to a certain level.
What do you want for the children's future or the future of the orphanage?
The future of the orphanage is to see that these children have life, they grow to a standard that they are all educated and they can go back to the village to testify to the people that, look, I wasn't a bad person. I wasn't a witch. Look at who I am. I am sure that if they see any one of these children that they accuse of witchcraft, driving a car to the village one day and say, do you know me? This is who I am. I think it will change their mind and attitude about how they can relate with others. So that is my first aim, that they may become some people in the future that they can convert the other people.
To conceive the thought that a child is capable of such evil, to boldly look in the face of such a fragile life and condemn it to death, the supposition that we, mere mortals, have the right to take the life of another. Again, I ask, why should the defenseless always suffer the mistakes of others? Thankfully, Sister Stan asked for no answers. All she cares about is the lives of these little souls who have no one to defend them. And I leave you with this thought. Where would these little ones be if not for Sister Stan? Where will they be?
Really an amazing story of love and selflessness. Sister Stan joins me on the program. Now, Sister Stan, thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're doing a great job with these children.
Welcome.
Sister Stan, for your selfless efforts at improving this world, making it a better place. The Airtel Touching Lives team wants to support you so they can keep on being the saint that you are to our children and to all of us.
Thank you.
Let's see what Airtel has for you.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Airtel Touching Lives is giving you educational package. We're also giving you kids' toys and learning materials, 3 bales of clothing and shoes for the children, food items for feeding the children. We are giving you a provision shop to generate income. We're also adding to that an oven to open a bakery and also to help sustain the family. And we are doing a full renovation of your current home. That goes to you. And really, that isn't all. Airtel is also constructing a borehole. The days of worrying about where the water is going to come from, it's all over. You are getting a borehole for the home.
Thank you.
We are adding to that as well furniture. We are giving you bedding materials. It's all going to the home, and this is to help you do the job that you're doing, making this world a better place. Indeed, you are taking care of this country's future, and we are so proud of you. People, what do we say?
I'm so grateful. I really can't scream here, but surely when I get home, I will scream with my children. If I scream in this, if I scream here, they will say this sister is mad, but I will scream together with the kids. We are really grateful, and I'm so much in debt with Airtel. I cannot do anything than to promise you my constant prayer for the good work you also do.
Oh, amazing. Next week, one man's quest to improve his village leads to the innovation of a new craft. So make sure to join us. Sister Stan, thank you very much.
Touching lives, make lives show the world that you care. Helping out one another, we can all make a change. Reach out.
Airtel Touching Lives is proud to reward those who nominate others.
Helping out one another, we can all make a change. Touching lives, making a difference. Touching lives.